Hi everyone, it's Donna Demko with Stampin' Up! And I'm going to show you today how to make this birthday card. So you have some Wink of Stella on here, and my little added sprinkles, and I have my little cutout of for my happy birthday. Let's get started. This comes on the paper with the fish all over it. Everybody really loves the fish. It's such a pretty pattern. But I'm going to show you what to do with this side. What you want to first do is stamp your birthday on there. And for that I used this stamp set. It's called Endless Birthday Wishes. And I just used the word birthday. So I stamped that right down here on my card. So what you'll need is, let's check off the sizings here. So you'll want to cut this. It comes in a huge sheet, and I've already cut mine down. I'll show you the huge sheet. But I just cut mine down to size, and then I put it in a little container, and I use them up. They're already cut as I go. So this, and you want to get one that starts from the blue gradient and goes back all the way up with the waves. This card is a 5 by, let's see here, about 3 7/8 is what I cut these at. So this is your first layer. Then you want to take a piece of crumb cake, I'm trying to remember what color I used, and cut that to be, looks like 5 1/4 by 4, and you know we're going up in size just a little bit each time. And you want to take your Tombow glue and just glue around the edges. And just glue that layer to your second layer here. Tombow glue is great because it gives you a chance to move your layers around. And then what you want to do is you want to take your Stampin' Dimensionals and put your Stampin' Dimensionals on the back side here. Let me see, where are my Stampin' Dimensionals? Oh, I can't find them. Let me just use these. I have a pile on my desk here, so I have everything sitting out. But you'd use your Stampin' Dimensionals here. I'm just going to use what I have on hand because that's what I can find right now, which is a little container of these multi-sized dimensionals, foam dimensionals. These do not come off as nice as the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. That's where I like to use my Stampin' Up! So you'd place your Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, see what I mean, on the back. Stampin' Dimensionals, I could just usually take my thumbnail, stick it through the middle there, it'll lift a corner for me and come right off. These are not as easy to work with. I apologize, I should have had those out and ready. I have a whole drawer full of them, and I just trying to shoot this video on the fly. So I have that ready to place. So I took my Dapper Denim, and it is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4 to make a little tent card. And you're just going to take your layer here and put that right on your Dapper Denim. Another thing I did was I have these beautiful cutouts. This is from Stampin' Up! The Hello You Thinlits. I have to check my catalog to make sure that these are still available, but if not, you can use anything if you have any thinlits. And I just used this Happy, and I cut out a bunch of these little words here, Happy. So we're going to use that in just a moment. I also wanted to use my twine, but I didn't have enough left. So what I did was I used my baker's twine in white, and I bought everything. And I bought tons of white ribbon, white baker's twine, white everything that I could, because you can dye this. So what I did was I just took a container and put some of my crumb cake in there with a little bit of water and made a really loose stain. And I just took all of this and threw all of them into my container here, and then just shook it up and let it dry, or you can dry it with your drying tool, your heat tool, and then it turns out to be this wonderful color that matches my word here. See that? So what I want to do with this is I don't want it to be so neat. I want it to be all messed up here. What I did with these is when I was going to measure them off, because I'm doing like 8 of these at a time, I just took my first 3 fingers here and wound it around my 3 fingers, and that's when I threw them in there and dyed them. And then I keep it like this, and then I just kind of mess them up like this, and I keep the ends. I just put a little dot of glue there, just a tiny dot, and get one end on. And then I'm going to glue. A lot of people just put these on there and just leave them. I don't want to do that. Let me get a little dot there. There we go. I want them to be secure, so I'm just going to stick them on there like that. Trust me, it won't look like a hot mess after you're finished. And then what I did was I created my little starfish. And I created this with Perfect Picture. And you know you'll be stamping this off 2 times. And I did that in the new Peekaboo Peach and Calypso Coral. And I actually, so my first layer was the Peekaboo Peach with this one, actually with this one, and then I came back into my second layer and used the coral on that one to make this beautiful, and you can see several of them here, that I had beautiful little starfish. And I don't know if you can see the shimmer on these, because I did go back on with my Wink of Stella and just made those shimmery. And when I cut them out, they were all nice and flat, and what I did is I just crumbled them up on my fingers like this. And then you open it up and you have a nicely shaped starfish, because you know starfish have little fingers that do this. They don't lay flat. Sometimes they do, but this looks like it's in motion just a little bit. So what I did with my birthday, I did this one in the Dapper Denim as well to match my layering here. I took my starfish and I fussy cut these out, and then I want to get a little dimensional put right in the middle of him in the back. Let me grab one. So just take that off, and then you want to see how you want him to lay here. We're just going to stick him right in the middle of this little twine of thread. And then you want to come back in with your happy and see about where you want that placed. You can even go lower with this, which I probably should have done, going a little bit lower, and then place your happy on there. So I just use a little bit of the Tombow and just do little dots of that. Don't have to do anything really big, because you don't want, this is such a thin little wording that you don't want a whole lot of glue on there, or it will squeeze out, and you know Tombow stays sticky forever. So just try to get the certain little places touched with glue. Here. Just a few more. This is such a cute set. I'm having so much fun with the stamp sets this year. I don't know what it is, but since the new catalog came out, I just purchased just about everything. Pretty much everything. And I'm having so much fun with these stamp sets. So now I just want to take my happy, see where I want that placed, and just stick it down. Another thing I would do if you have any little sequence like this, you can make, I wanted some bubbles to show. So you could take your, I'm not sure what colors are available still in the book on these. When they came out, I just bought tons of them. So I just want to get some little white sequence in here. Or if you have little clear ones, you can use those. So here's a white one. Hang on, there's a gold one behind it. It's stuck to my tweezers. One moment. Let's get that off. Oop, you know what? They have some clear ones in here. If I can get at them. At some point, you know what? I got glue on the end of my tweezers there. Let me see if I can pull this off real quick. I haven't used this yet. Ugh. But let me see if I can get this to work, if it will pull up one of these little clear ones. See if I can find one again. Here, for the sake of time, I'm going to just pull up. I don't want to dig in here and take up too much time, but let me pull up. I have a whole jar that I keep all kinds of little fun things in. So what you would do is you would just take and put a couple dots of your Tombow around. Now I have glue on my fingers. Alright. You notice I switched because that one just shot across the room on me, so I'll just do this the easy way. This is what happens when you say, I think I'll make a video, and you have nothing prepared. Sorry about that, but I was so excited to show you this card. Maybe I'll edit all these bad parts out. I shouldn't have said that because that's going to make me have one more piece I have to edit out. Alright, one more little sequence. Stick that right up there. I don't really like this little tool. I do better on my own. I think my tweezers were a little more sticky than that was. Anyway, that is your finished card. You can actually spritz this with some shimmer mist and make it all, like I did the Wink of Stella here, the shimmer mist will make it all kinds of shimmery, like it's just water. And then you have your little bubbles on there. But that is the finished card. See if I can catch some shimmery on there. Now I did get this off of Pinterest. Someone did this. Such a lovely job she did. But she did Hello Sunshine. She did sunshine right across the bottom here and hello above it. I didn't have that stamp set, so I did it with what I had. So you can see that this technique can be used with multiple stamp sets and used with what you have. You don't have to exactly have what I had or what she had to make it yourself. Just find out what works for you, layer it up. You can see that with this dapper denim, that crumb cake is perfect with it. And with the ocean scenery, the crumb cake actually works really, really well. You could also take and put a big fat pearl right in the middle of your starfish to really dress it up as well. Hope you enjoyed the card this week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.